King Booker cameo. We had a Spinaroonie. We had it all. What'd you think?
I personally think that Xavier Woods might be better at the Spinaroonie than Booker himself, to be honest with you.
I feel like Xavier Woods would be a weirdly good dancer. I feel like he's got some dance moves. I wouldn't be surprised if Xavier Woods hosted like a dance class on the weekends, like at some local gym. He like does the Zumba and stuff. He's teaching kids Fortnite dances. I could see that's Xavier Woods' like side hobby outside of video gaming.
Yeah, I can definitely see it. Like he's got wrestling's his like job, right? That's his profession. Then he's got video gaming, that's his hobby. And then like his guilty pleasure is like teaching dancing, you know?
I would assume Kofi would be the dancer, but you know.
Oh, what do I know, you know?
All right, let's get into the triple threat tag team match. We had the biggest news of the night: the return of the Colognes.
I just want to clarify
Puerto
one
Rico's
thing.
finest.
What? Would you interrupt me for?
Puerto Rico's finest.
Not even close. I just want to clarify one thing, though. This whole tag team triple threat bullshit that they keep doing, where only two people are in the ring at the same time, as long as WWE continues to, insist upon having this ridiculous method of tag team triple threading matches, I will continue to show Mike my ass every time that it happens. So,
No, no.
first time, number
That's
one.
always going to happen. Nope, stop. Nope. All right, next segment. So we go to the Iconics. They won. They beat Naomi. I thought it was mean of Billy Kay and Peyton Royce to pick on Raptors. I mean, Raptors are extinct. They're not going to be able to defend themselves. That was kind of a mean move. Mean girls tactic. It's in their DNA, but picking on Raptors.
It's mean to not only is it mean, it's cowardly. Honestly, if the animal you're making fun of can't defend itself because it's extinct, then I think that's a coward move. That's very selfish and cowardly on their part. I mean, and they should pick on a live animal, maybe something their own size. You know,
I feel like
maybe a lion.
The sports of Toronto itself is kind of a sore subject for most Toronto fans. That's probably something you shouldn't pick on. They've had enough suffering, you know.
Yeah, it wasn't enough that they got swept in the finals or the Eastern Conference Finals by the Cavs. Let's just have the Iconics pick on them all night. Why don't we?
I could go for that. Just the Iconics picking on Toronto. That'd be a good segment. All right. Next we had Daniel Bryan, Brie Bella. They were talking a little bit. It was nothing special. Same old, same old. Yip yap, yip yap. And El Idolo, Zelina Vega, come out, interrupt him. We got a good match between Bryan and Andrade Almas. And then The Miz interferes with Maurice. They take out Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella. What do you think?
So I really like this because in the I think it was like a 6 or 7 minutes that Bryan and Almas had to wrestle. They did so much with it, and they both of them just have such a really cool like offensive style, and it goes really well together. This was one of those matches that when Daniel Bryan got cleared to like come back and wrestle, and Almas was still in NXT. This is one of those matches that everyone was like talking about, like, oh man, like this would be one of those really cool matches that would be like really, really cool if he like got to wrestle. Like now that he's back, like think about how cool that would be. And we got a little like small flare of that here, and I really like the fact that Miz and Maurice came in and blew the whole shit up, because now this leaves the door wide open for a possibility of Daniel Bryan and Andrade Almas having their own feud later on down the line. Maybe for a little bit of gold, possibly, question mark? We'll have to see.
I would love to see that. I would love to see him go 30 minutes in a pay-per-view match.
That would be ridiculous.
Miz and Maurice get their redemption. Nothing special there. Is that it? All you got there?
I just really liked it. I thought it was really good all the way through. I love the way it ended. Miz and Maurice look really strong. Like, it kind of, to me, seems like, wow, like, you know, they may not, you know, one-on-one be, like, the best or whatever, but, like, they're going to find a way to win, whether that's within the laws or not.
The unwritten laws of wrestling. Anyway, let's get into the next segment. We had a promo, AJ Styles, Samoa Joe. The main takeaways here for me, Joe stole it again on the microphone. He is just killing it with this Wendy stuff. It's starting to get pretty mean, but we might have a brawl in AJ Styles in Wendy's backyard next week.
Let's talk about this.
One sec.
Let's talk about backyard barbecues really quick because I think backyard barbecues are a very underrated spot where the dad ego in people just kind of takes off, and you got competition for the grill. Every dad's trying to assert their dominance on the grill, making their own man meat. We've already seen it with the Undertaker and Triple H. I'm convinced that's what this whole feud of theirs is about. Is just who's the better dad, who can make the best dad jokes, who can grill the meanest steak, who can embarrass their kids the most. I don't know. I'm just kind of speculating here, but I think a brawl at this barbecue next week is it's a must. We need to get cameras at Wendy's backyard barbecue, and we need to film it.
Oh, I can't wait for that. I really hope that happens. It makes sense. Labor Day weekend. Of course, Wendy's gonna have a barbecue. What else are you gonna do on Labor Day weekend?
She's a good American woman.
I feel like they don't have time to go to the lake. AJ's got a tough schedule. May as well just have a barbecue. But I'm hoping this brawl turns into some Triple H, Booker T. We saw the Booker T cameo earlier. Well, let's see the Stone. I think I said Triple H. I meant Stone Cold, Booker T, supermarket brawl. I hope it turns into something like that.
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore.
All right.
You know, Bert?
I don't know what you're talking about now. You're losing me.
All right.
I've heard the song before. I just didn't get the reference.
All right. Well,
were you making an Enzo Amore reference?
No, it's Booker T and Stone Cold in the supermarket.
There's that song playing?
Yeah, he's Stone Cold sings it to him in the middle of the.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Dang. Oh well. We'll use that song as our to close the show tonight. How about that? We'll come back with it. All right. Well, anything else you want to add? Barbecues?
Nothing more for barbecues. Let's go ahead and move on to that SmackDown Women's title, though.
You weren't a fan of the match. I know that. It was for what it was. It was something. It was more of Becky to attack Charlotte at the end.
Yeah, I mean, it was what it was. It was more of to just give Carmella her obligatory rematch and, to have Charlotte retain to set up the match between them two at Hell in a Cell. However, the crowd chanting for Becky during the entire match, I wrote that it gave me hope for a Becky versus Charlotte Hell in a Cell match. And
inside Hell in a Cell?
Sure enough, at Hell in a Cell. And sure
do you want inside Hell in a Cell or just at Hell in a Cell?
Just at Hell in a Cell.
Oh, it's going to happen. That's definitely going to happen. I hope it extends to Evolution. That should headline Evolution, honestly.
That would be a great match to headline Evolution. Side note, I think that Sheamus and Becky Lynch should form a heel faction, and they should call themselves the IRA.
We'll workshop that. We'll table that one.
I'm not workshopping it. It's already a perfect idea.
All right, so Becky, she's over, dude. She's the most over in the world. She has the most pop ever. They're cheering for her all night. She's gonna steal the show at Hell in a Cell. I already know that.
Yeah, for sure.
So did you know Becky knew how to curse? I didn't even know Becky knew how to curse.
I didn't realize that was something that she had learned, but I'm glad she has because she does it well.
Dude, she is just portraying some real emotion recently, and that was like a real you bitch. That was a real one. That one hurt me.
I personally feel like she called me a bitch, and she wasn't. She was talking to Charlotte. Lord knows I've never done anything to hurt Becky Lynch. I've supported her since the beginning.
That's true. I love Becky Lynch. She's my favorite in the company right now by 1,000,000, by 1,000. Yeah, that's about all I got with that.
Yeah, not too much more to add on that.
All right, well, all in all, I thought SmackDown was great again. Raw wasn't too bad. I gave Raw about 3.25 out of 5.
I can get behind that. I'll give SmackDown. I'll probably give SmackDown about like 3.5, maybe 3.6 mics out of 5 mics.
Yeah, I was thinking about 3.8 out of 5.
SmackDown's been doing really well lately. I've really liked the quality of everything. Just seems to be like way better on SmackDown recently.
I agree with that. All right, that wraps up the recaps. Do you want to talk All In for a little bit?
Yeah, let's talk All In for a couple minutes. Yeah. So All In is this Saturday. That is September 1st. And Mike and I are actually pretty excited for this. It's the largest independent wrestling event ever in history. They have sold out
in the United States, I believe.
In the United States, correct. They have sold out the Sears Center in Chicago, and I'm pretty excited. They've got 10 matches on the card right now, as well as a over-budget battle royal. The winner of which will go on to face Jay Lethal for the Ring of Honor World Championship. So that's pretty exciting.
I'm excited for Jay Lethal. I love Jay Lethal. I started watching Jay Lethal back when he was in TNA, doing the Black Machismo gimmick. The old Randy Savage. I love Jay Lethal, and he's only improved since then. That was a while ago. Jay Lethal's phenomenal to watch. I'm really excited for that. Let's hope Moose versus Jay Lethal, right? Is that what we're rooting for?
I am 100% rooting for Moose. Moose is my guy. Every time I even think about him, I just start pumping my fist and yelling Moose, and people look at me and they're like, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm like, it's Moose. If you don't get it, get the fuck out of here.
I agree. I'm also looking forward to Adam Page, Joey Janela to start off the card. That's going to be tremendous. Perfect opening match. It's going to steal the night. These two guys are crazy son of a bitches. They're gonna do some crazy shit, and it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of those. Mike, which match do you think on the card sticks out most to you? Which one do you think is going to be not a showstopper, but which one are you looking forward to most? I think is a good way to put that.
It's probably either the Joey Janela match, Kenny Omega, or the Cody Rhodes tag team match with the Young Bucks and Rey Mysterio. I'm sorry. I meant I meant to say Cody Rhodes in the NWA match, and then the Rey Mysterio Young Bucks tag team match. Yeah, those are the ones I'm looking forward to the most.
Yeah, so little context for those. The Kenny Omega is wrestling Pentagon Jr. from Impact Wrestling. Rey Mysterio, Phoenix, and Bandito are wrestling the Golden Elite, which is the Young Bucks and Kota Ibushi. So that's going to be that I think is the main event. Am I correct in that?
I believe that is the main event. I heard I can't remember which Young Buck. He's dealing with some sickness right now, but I hope he'll be good for All In. But he's dealing with something right now.
That'll be fine. So I'm pretty excited for Okada versus Skrull.
Marty Skrull?
That Skrull, yeah, thank you. That's going to be that's one I think I'm probably the most excited for. But yeah, I'm also really excited to see Kenny Omega wrestle. Anytime that I can get a clip of him wrestling or something like that, I get more and more impressed every time. I think. I'm also very excited for Tessa Blanchard. I think she might be my favorite women's pro wrestler right now.
Really?
And that's saying a lot, I think. And she's independent. She wrestles for Impact. Currently, they're knockout champion, I believe, unless I'm mistaken. I don't watch Impact on a regular basis. Last time I checked, she was.
Yeah, I would like to watch it more on a regular basis, but yeah.
Yeah, I really should. It's really good stuff. They've got,
I heard the producer of Impact, he just signed a deal over at NXT, and it's supposed to deal with Triple H getting ready to take over the WWE. And
really?
So they're starting to gear up on the really big names, the really good guys, and he's getting ready for his run at the top of the WWE. But that's a different story.
I hope that comes pretty soon. Not for any particular reason, just I really like what Triple H does with NXT.
Yeah.
I'm excited, Mike. I really am. We're obviously big pro wrestling fans. We're not just big WWE fans. Anytime you can get a good the top. These are obviously pretty much all of the biggest names in independent wrestling that are going to be here. I think you'd be hard pressed to find someone that you could. I think you'd be hard pressed to find someone that you have heard of on the independent scene who's not here. To be honest with you, so
yeah, it's a lot of the best. I'm looking forward to Kenny Omega versus Pentagon. That's gonna be a match. That's gonna steal the show. It's gonna be phenomenal. Pentagon put on a hell of a show a few weeks ago at the Impact pay-per-view they had, and he takes some crazy bumps.
Match,
he takes some crazy bumps, but. Yeah, it's going to be a great show.
Anything else you want to talk about, or is that basically all we had?
Let's wrap it up.
All right, guys, that was our show. Thanks very much for listening. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter @TablesTLP. We put out new shows every Wednesday morning. We have